Guys, Steve Larrett here. Just checking in. I just put a property under contract, actually two under contract this past week where this situation applies. One of them, I represented the buyers, and basically the listing came up. We knew it was going to be high demand. It was the right price and very, very nice listing. So I made sure, it took about 2 weeks to get the thing on the market, and I made sure that I was in contact with the agent prior to it being available to be shown. And the day that it was, or the day before rather, that it was available to be shown, I contacted the agent and made sure that I was the first person through the door with my buyers. Furthermore, I wrote the offer before we went into the house, so that if they decided that it was the one, we were ready to submit. We're in at 9, we're out at 9:30, and they've got the offer in their hands by 10, because that's the environment that we're in. You've got to be first. You've got to be fast. You've got to be decisive. And so those are just some of the things that, we're seeing. I know when a buyer shoots me over a property and says, hey, what do you think about this one? I know if we have time on it, and I know if it's going to go really, really quickly. And when I see something that's going to go really quickly that I think fits my client's needs, I advise them accordingly and make sure that we are first through the door and make sure that the offer is written in case they decide that, hey, it is the one. And that way we can submit it right away and get our offer in first. What that does for us is it gives us the opportunity to negotiate with the seller while we're the only offer that they have. So they might be thinking, hey, we're going to get more offers, but if they don't currently have one in hand, it's a big if. And so if you give them something tasty up front, very, very fast, it shows that you're decisive, you want it, and you can often get the best price that way. But you have to be willing to do the work prior to the buyers even seeing the house. So those are just some of the things that we do to put our clients first and put them in positions of strength going into this. On the other side of that, I put a listing under contract this past weekend. It was priced at $375 up in Schwenksville, and we had about 18 showings. We went live Thursday night, and from Friday, Saturday to about 4 o'clock on Sunday, we had about 18, 19 showings and lots of strong interest. And I got a call from another agent. He said, hey, my clients are interested. I said, wonderful. He said, I'll have an offer to you first thing tomorrow morning. It was about 8 o'clock at night, no problem. He executed on that. I had an offer first thing in the morning, and it was the first offer. We went back to them and countered north of ask because we knew that we'd receive other offers based on the activity and the feedback. And ultimately, we ended up locking it up right before the Super Bowl on Sunday. And you would not believe the amount of ticked off calls that I got from agents. Well, we're going to go back for a second showing on Monday. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. You had all weekend. And if your clients needed a second showing, it wasn't the one. So I just think it's imperative that you analyze, the performance of your agent and look at it and say, are you constantly losing houses because you're not acting quickly enough? Ultimately, that's the agent's responsibility to bring you up to speed on the environment that you're in when shopping for a house. So I just kind of, these agents get mad that we accepted an offer, and it's like you've had all weekend. Anyway, just thoughts. Is your agent putting you into a position of strength, or are you losing houses because they're not educating you and they're not moving fast enough? You've got to, kill or be killed in this environment. So make sure you're with an agent that does that. My name is Steve Larrett with the Larrett Home Group, and my phone number is 484-574-3174. Cheers.